Hello. So for today's video, we are going to continue doing meditations that we might be able to turn to when the more traditional kinds of meditations just aren't that accessible for us. Today, we are going to be working on what I like to call the Sigh meditation, and that might then transfer into what I call the shoulder drops. So if it works for us, we're welcome to find any seat. We're welcome to kind of adjust however we need to. Maybe today we're just giving ourselves extra permission to kind of just fidget, maybe readjust the clothes. And when we are ready, we're welcome to settle in. We're welcome to notice if it feels okay to let our eyes close right now. And maybe we just take a moment. Does it feel okay to take a breath in right now and a breath out? It is perfectly okay if the answer is no. What happens if we just notice the exhale right now? And then whatever inhale takes its place is the one that takes its place. And that might be the kind of practice that we're exploring right now. If we would like, we might explore what it feels like just to focus on not only the exhale, but to let the exhale be a sigh. So whenever we're ready, we're just letting out that exhale. Maybe it's a huff or a sigh. And then the inhale that takes its place is the inhale that takes its place. And maybe that's working for us today. So if it is working for us, we might try that again whenever we are ready. And then the inhale is whatever the inhale needs to be. We might do that one more time whenever we're ready. And again, the inhale is whatever we need our inhales to be. Now, if it is working for us, we might start first by warming up our shoulders just a little bit. So maybe that looks like bringing up our shoulders and eventually bringing them back down. And what that looks like is entirely up to us. We might find we really like those exaggerated shrugs, or maybe it's more of a subtle lift and lower. Maybe it feels okay to let the breath be part of this practice. And what we might do is think in terms of a reminder that whenever we are ready, we'll let the inhale remind us to bring up our shoulders. The exhale will remind us to bring them back down again. And we just repeat that a few times if we can. The inhale is reminding us to bring them up. The exhale is reminding us to bring them down. Maybe it feels okay to do this for 2 more breaths. And only when we are ready, we can let our shoulders relax for a moment, and then we might incorporate our shoulder drops. So when we are ready, we might bring our shoulders straight up to our ears, and we're just going to pause here if we can. This pause also helps trick the muscles into relaxing a little more than they would have otherwise. And then using the exhale of our choosing, maybe it's a huff or a sigh, we're going to let them drop back down. We'll pause if we can. Can I take a breath in? Can I take a breath out? Then we might do that again, where we bring our shoulders straight up to our ears, just pausing here if we can. And then using that exhale of our choice, maybe it is a huff or a sigh, and it's exactly as audible as we want it to be. We'll just let them drop down. We'll pause. We'll take a breath in. We'll take a breath out. And then we might do that one more time, where we're bringing our shoulders up towards our ears. We're pausing if we can. And then any kind of exhale of our choosing. Maybe it's the huff or sigh, and again, exactly or as little as audible as we want it to be, we let them drop. We'll pause. Can I take a breath in right now? Can I take a breath out right now? Maybe I can even notice how my shoulders move when I breathe in. How my shoulders move when I breathe out. And if it's okay, we'll just explore our shoulder area for maybe a few more breaths. We will do our best not to make anything happen or judge ourselves if what we expected to have happen doesn't happen. But can we just think about the muscles around our shoulders, maybe even the muscles that connect our shoulders towards the neck? We might take a breath in, and then on our exhale, can something start to relax in our shoulders? It's okay if the answer is no. We might just observe this a couple more times where we take a breath in. And does something start to soften on the exhale? And then maybe just one more time, we'll take a breath in. And we'll notice if something starts to soften on the exhale. Now, maybe we just take a moment to find some relatively normal breaths, knowing that the simple act of acknowledging that we're breathing means the breath is going to feel a little different. And knowing that our practice can continue on simply because I have stopped demonstrating the movements does not mean that our practice has to end. But allowing ourselves to do what we need next after our shoulder drops.